All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Candid
Candid
Cleaning
Cleaning
Conversations.
Conversations. How you
And
doing?
today we are going to be talking all about how to make that transition
Mm-hmm.
from working in your cleaning company
Mm-hmm.
to working on your cleaning company.
Watch yourself.
All right, so there's steps, there's levels to this. So you can work
Okay.
in it, and then you work on it, and then you hire somebody else, and they're doing everything, and you just a business owner at that point.
Right.
But yeah, are there? I often get questions from people like, can you just automate it like off top? You know what I mean? Like,
Oh
can
yeah.
you just can I just hire off top for this thing, and not do any cleaning at all? Because I don't want to clean. I don't want to touch no toilets, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my response would be, yeah, you can. You actually can. You can just hire off top. I did not do it that way though. So the question is, yeah, you can do it that way. I've never done it that way. I've never experienced. I never got that experience,
Mm-hmm.
But I've heard stories of other people that have done it that way, and they've seen some success. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, you can. For me, though, I had to be hands on in my cleaning company, and I think I liked it better that way.
Mm-hmm.
And that way, it actually, I had to train myself about this industry. I want to know, first of all, I was already cleaning, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't really, I never cleaned an apartment complex before. So I had to get that experience in how to actually clean it properly,
Mm-hmm.
so that you can train somebody else to do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I started off doing it. Can you hire a professional that already does that
Mm-hmm.
and they're skilled in cleaning apartment complexes? You surely can do it. But the only difference to me is someone being able to pull the wool over your eyes.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I've had that happen to me before in dibbing and dabbing in accounts that I don't really have experience in. You might put a contractor in there, subcontract it out to somebody or whatever, and um, they might pull the wool over your eyes and say, "Hey, man, I'm gonna have to, you got to give me more for this because it took me 8 hours to do this apartment." And if you don't have the experience and you know nothing about that lane, you
Mm-hmm.
don't know that you're getting pimped.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I done cleaned enough apartments to tell you that apartment shouldn't have took you 8 hours. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry, sir.
I'm gonna have to go with Miss Johnson on this one, y'all. Like, I definitely agree. I mean, me personally, there is two ways you could do it. You could either go in it or you can, go ahead and outsource it in the beginning. But me personally, I like to be within it because now it helps you to be able to be it because you know exactly how long it takes, how many people it may take to do that job with. You know whether or not if it's a deep clean or if it's a general light clean, like how to pay attention to certain things. So I like that.
That's just the way that I had preferred to do it in the beginning.
Hmm.
And I really didn't know anything about business either. So
Yeah.
only thing I knew was to use my own body
Hmm.
as the first cleaner. That's how I did it. Okay. So I teach the way I did it because that's the only way I know. Okay. And then slowly, as I began to learn business,
Hmm.
I'm more skilled now and I understand business. So I know how to subcontract something out like window cleaning. I don't
Oh
do
yeah.
window cleaning at all.
Oh yeah.
I'm not an expert at doing carpets either,
Hmm.
cleaning carpets either, but I know how to go. I understand business and I know how to find the proper contractor to subcontract that stuff out. Now that I understand business, now that I've been in business for 5 years, I understand how to do it now.
Hmm.
And that just is because I went through all those growing pains or whatever. But I learned through experience, you guys. So on this podcast, we're going to be talking all about making that transition. So you guys, let's say you are cleaning toilets right now, and
Okay.
you tired of cleaning toilets. You
Yes.
tired. You get up every day. You got your clients. You happy. You got your shirts on and stuff like that. But it's time to make that transition, and you just feel like you cannot blossom because you got all this work and your clients love you to death. And they don't
Mm-hmm.
want to let you go because you are the super duper cleaner of the world. Okay. So, how do you go about making that transition? Well, the first thing I would say is to start saving up some money for your first employee or contractor. Start saving some money up. Now, saving some money because you're going to have to hire help in order to make that transition. Okay, so you need to at least have 2 months worth of payroll for that one or two people. Hire about two people because that one person might fall off. Two or three people, um, I always say if you got some help, family, friends, somebody like that to help you out, that's always perfect. If not, cool, whatever. Save up some payroll for at least two people,
Right.
at least. So you got a backup person,
Right.
okay? Then I would say to start bringing, you do your interviews. So if you're working within your company, you need to have a set day where you're calling people and you're building that list of qualified candidates that you can call on.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure that you're doing that. You're after you get finished cleaning toilets, make sure you make some time out to call some people.
Mm-hmm.
Go on Indeed, go on Craigslist, and go on ZipRecruiter and find some employees or contractors, whoever you want to go with. Start calling them, start interviewing them, and build a list of qualified candidates. Okay, that's another thing that I would do. Next, after you find that person and you've built up, you want to have enough work for your body, for
Oh
your for
God,
for
yes.
your for your first work. You want to keep them busy.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to just have one job for them, unless you're dealing with a real subcontractor that has other jobs. Okay, because other real subcontractors, I'm a subcontractor for some companies. I'm not solely depending on one company to give me all my work.
Right.
I got other clients. So if it's that type of situation, you good. You can keep those subcontractors on um, an Excel sheet, and you can call them as jobs come in. You can call them and see, hey, you want to take a job? I got a job on Friday. It starts at 8. Here's the scope of work, that type of deal. You guys got me? Okay. So after that,
Mm-hmm.
what you can do is you want to start bringing the person with you. When whoever you decide to go with, you got an employee, start bringing them with you on the job because you got your bank account set up. You got enough money for them. Start bringing them with you and training them, seeing how they work, seeing if they stay on, if they come on time, seeing how they show up, seeing how they speak to your clients, seeing how motivated they are. Okay, and you can put them on a trial run, 3 days trial run, because legally you can pay people up to $600 without having to give them a 1099.
Right.
So you can pay them up to $600 under the table. Give them a little trial run, couple of days, see how they do, try them out. If they don't work out, pay them for whatever they did. Nice to meet you. It didn't work out, but thank you, bye bye. Okay.
Okay.
If it does work out, then do the paperwork and move forward
Mm-hmm.
with your person, okay, with the person that you choose to go with, okay. But in order to get out of the cleaning, you have to outsource the work, okay. So there's steps that you have to take. Those are the steps that I would take. you know um you want to elaborate? I don't want to be talking too much. Just let me know.
All right. Well, yeah, I agree because there are steps that you have to take to be
Okay.
able to transition from basically, what you're doing because you don't want to continue to have to work in your business so you can work out like out of your business and own your business. And because when I tell you things gonna pick up, things are gonna pick up, and you're not gonna be able to handle that all that workload on your own. You're gonna need help to help you, and those steps that she just told you about, you're going to have to take those steps so you can strategically take yourself out of the business because you don't want to get trapped inside your business because if you do, man, you got another thing coming
Yeah,
because
you can't grow.
yeah,
you know
you can't at all.
you can't grow until you outsource. So when you find your body and you
Mm-hmm.
put them in there and you think this is the perfect worker, okay, they're handling the account without you. You then become an inspector, a
Mm-hmm.
quality control inspector. So you're inspecting behind your employee, making sure
Yeah.
she on point, making sure everything. All right, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Then you will slowly start to see yourself come up out of it because that person is now doing the work. So now you can work on something else. You
Mm-hmm.
know, you can work on your cold calls now because you got
Mm-hmm.
somebody that's doing the physical work. So you can work on bringing in more sales now,
Right.
running your ad campaigns, holding meetings with your VAs or your assistant. You can work on your content. You can work on
Knowing your numbers.
automation, work on building systems. There's so much stuff that you need to
Yes.
learn about this business that you could be working on the back end while
Yes.
your worker is doing the cleaning of the toilets. Okay. Okay. So those are tips that you can take to slowly make that transition on out. All
Right.
right. So that's really what I did. I just took a leap of faith. I didn't know what to do. I didn't. I just assumed. I just took a leap of faith. I hired my first lady.
Mm-hmm.
I did learn how to like the paperwork I had to give the employee because when I first started off, I started with employees.
Mm-hmm.
I gave her the proper paperwork. I bought supplies for her, and I learned through trials and tribulations. Like I really made a lot of mistakes because in the beginning I would buy supplies and give them to the worker on the
Mm-hmm.
first day, and then they'll quit. They
Oh
got all my
man.
damn supplies.
Wow.
So I done bought $70 worth of supplies and gave it to this person that was crying in the office about a job. And then they left with the supplies. They ain't come back the next day.
Right.
So I
Right.
said, okay, won't do that again. This is literally how I learned. I didn't have no coach say, don't do this, don't do that. I made a lot of mistakes in the beginning. Okay. And I'm
Wow.
just sharing my story with you guys. So don't do that.
Okay, all in all, you
Okay.
guys understand that this is not going to be perfect. Okay, you're going to make mistakes, and that's a part of your growing pains. You know what I'm saying? And you got to learn to turn those growing pains into pain into power, to know how you can progress and not make that same mistake. And then once you learn how to do what you got to do, share it with your brother, your sister. Let them know how you can do the same thing because we are stronger together than we are apart. Always remember that, okay? Because you got to partner with other people because if you partner with other people, you're able to leverage more because this person you may not specialize in doing carpet, but you might have a friend that specializes in carpet. Now y'all could team up together and then y'all can do something together.
Right, right. It's not as hard as people think it is,
It's
though.
not.
It's not. It's really all about if you can find that perfect person, two people, you can find them, put them inside the account. It's not that difficult, you guys.
Right, right,
It's really not. Just have their money.
right.
That's it. You know what I mean? I know I was listening to a podcast where a guy said that he was starting a brand new cleaning company in a whole nother city, and he hired a CEO
Mm-hmm,
off top. He
mm-hmm.
hired a CEO, CFO, everything just off top. Just hired everybody, And this is someone that's skilled, making millions of dollars in the industry, and they already understand the systems that it takes and the type of person and all of that because they have the experience. They went to another city and just hired all the bodies off top, and now they set that company up and it's going,
They already knew.
So it's ways to do this. You have to find the people that are willing to work for your company, man.
Right, right,
And that's a whole nother video in about finding quality people to work.
right.
That is another podcast, though. Okay.
Okay.
That's a whole nother podcast about finding good quality workers to work for you. Okay. But yep, that is my video, you guys. That's my podcast. That's all I got for you right now. Those are the tips that I would take in making that transition. And just remember, you are not stuck, baby. You're not stuck
Okay.
unless you making yourself stuck. I don't care if your client love you to death and she only wants you cleaning. Miss Susie need to know that you need to grow your
Okay.
cleaning company. You got to go because you
Okay.
need to grow.
All
That's what
right.
Miss Susie needs to know. You let her sit her down, let her know, hey, I am making a transition. I'm putting Sarah in my place. I'm going to train her up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you do that. But you don't let no client keep you cleaning, though.
At all.
Okay? Don't you do that.
All right.
All right. So I'm Miss Johnson. This is Miss Tamika. And that's my word for the podcast for today. And we are out of here. We will see you
On next
on
episode.
another video. I'm out of here.
Bye.
Bye bye.